Sorry jongens, ik zei net al even in de chat dat we even een technisch probleempje hadden. Douglas wou de hele tijd een dickpic sturen, maar dat ging me niet goed.
Ja, nee, dat lukte niet altijd. Nee,
nou ik hem binnen. Ik heb hem in de tussentijd naar Tamara doorgestuurd. En ik had zoiets van, ja, dit is ook wel heel raar. Ik bedoel, Douglas stuurt me een dickpic. En ze zei, stuur die dickpic eens dan. En ze zei, maak je het maar niet druk, dat is Douglas niet, dat is de buurman.
ja, ja, dat geloof ik wel, ja. Ze zei vast, dat kan nooit die van hem zijn.
Oh my god.
Volgens mij is het weekend begonnen, Thomas.
Nee, ik moet morgen nog werken hoor.
Oh ja, sorry. Ja, is waar. Ja.
Dus ik ga het ook niet te gek maken vanavond. Dus, maar we gaan wel lekker even... Het is al een tijdje geleden.
Ja, zeker.
De rest van de kleuters die zijn weer Sjaak afhaak.
Ja, het is niet anders, toch?
Nou ja, nee, ik moet het maar weer met jou doen, hè?
Ja, weet je, vervelend voor jou. Ja, het is niet anders.
Ik leerde mijn leven. Er zijn ergere dingen, dacht ik zo, toch?
You take one for the team.
Ja, als ik die dickpics van jou krijg, wel, ja.
Ja, zeker. Maar wat drink jij, Thomas?
Nou, ik maak er even snel een fotootje van, want dat vind ik wel leuk even voor de Insta-shit. Maar ik ben Schots bier aan het drinken.
Schots bier?
Schots bier.
Dat zei ik, Schots bier.
Oh, ik dacht je zei Schot. Nee, 2 seconden.
Ja.
Het is niet de allerbeste foto, maar ik kan ermee door. Ik zit aan de overtone.
Oh, kijk.
Ja, ik zit aan de overtone. Geef me 2 seconden, dan krijg je een foto. Laat ik je blik even zien. Zoals je kunt zien is het hij is echt super hazy. Ja, de kleur komt heel kloot. Maar overtone, The Bruce.
Kijk.
Overtone komt uit Edinburgh, als ik me niet vergis. Even checken. Glasgow. Nee, het is een pale ale van 5,5%. Oh nee, IPA. Hè? Toen ik hem kocht stond er volgens mij pale ale. Volgens mij stond er pale ale op de webshop. Nou, het is een IPA, 5,5%. New hop blend from freestyle hops. Combining Nelson Sauvin, Motueka, Pacifica en Southern Cross.
Oké. Hij is wel hazy, of niet?
Hij is super hazy. Ik bedoel, Waldo die zegt nog... Ik ga zo met de chat langs kijken hoor. Kijk, ja, jullie kunnen het echt... De belichting is ruk. Maar nee hoor, het is geen wit bier. Het is een IPA. En jij zit aan de rauw bier, zie ik.
Ja, ik heb een klassieker. Ik ben vorige week bij Van Pernis geweest, zoals je weet. Daar heb ik een paar Bourbon County ook natuurlijk meegenomen. Nou ja, natuurlijk. Die kun je 1 keer per jaar krijgen zo'n beetje. Maar... En toen zag ik deze staan. Ik denk, ja, die moet toch ook wel weer mee hoor. Ik denk, mooi voor een livestream bijvoorbeeld. Nou, mooi.
Welke was het nou? Het ging even zo snel. Ik zag het net niet. Was het de Mertsen?
Oh, sorry. De Mertsen. Gewoon de klassieke Mertsen.
Uiteraard, zoals het hoort. Ik ga even snel door de streams of door de chat heen. We hebben Winner Review with Thomas, maar dat was al om 7:30. Die had ik niet door dat het nog moest beginnen. Hi everyone. So Thomas, if you're still watching. How you doing, buddy? Lars kijkt mee. Goedenavond. Thijs is aanwezig. Waldo is er. Lars die zit aan een rauwgemaalsel van Brouwdok. Daar heb ik leuke dingen over gehoord. Daar ben ik ook benieuwd naar nog. Ja, ik ben er al. Ik moest nog even zeggen dat jij een technisch probleempje had.
Ja.
Ik wacht netjes op mijn maatje. Kijk, als het heel lang geduurd had, dan was ik wel live gegaan. Maar nee, daar zijn we. Nee, geen wit bier dus. Geen wit bier. Waarom? Ja, daar is hij. Geen wit bier. Maar de kleuren zijn wat maar. Ik zit gewoon qua hoek, de hoekbelichting erin valt. Vanessa is watching. Sorry, wat zeg je, Douglas?
Nee, maar ik kan me inderdaad misschien wel voorstellen dat ze in eerste instantie misschien dachten van dat het misschien een wit bier was, zo heel vluchtig. Maar...
Ja, het ziet er wel een beetje witbierig uit in deze kleurstelling zo. Vanessa's chiming in saying hi. How you doing, Vanessa? How's life? What's new in the States?
Hi, Vanessa.
Douglas is verhuisd van Blokhut naar Villa.
Scherp, Kees. Ja, klopt. Ik heb van mijn Blokhut een villa gemaakt. Heel scherp.
Echt waar. Die jongen die is ook echt alert, man. Martijn zegt even de 2 knapste mannen van het Nederlandse internet en de rest. Hoor je wat hij daar zegt? Het Nederlandse internet. Oh nee, en de rest. Ik wou het zeggen, want alleen het Nederland, de rest zijn knappere mannen blijkbaar. Oké, dat was wel lief van en de rest.
Of de rest is nog knapper.
Een leuke klassieker Stone IPA. Die heb ik volgens mij nog ergens staan. Moet ook weer eens een keer. Of nee, die heb ik wat te snel gedronken. Maar leuk, gewoon echt zo'n classic, echt een goede IPA inderdaad. Passievrucht die drinkt Double Pastry Stout, Dessert in a Can, Cherry and Chocolate Ganache Stout van Amundsen Briggery. Is dit een barrel-aged versie trouwens, passievrucht? Laat het even weten. Ik heb 1 keer zo'n barrel-aged Dessert in a Can gehad. Ik vond hem echt veel te zoet. Maar dat ben ik.
Ja,
jij?
Moet je ook wel in een sweet tooth mode zijn inderdaad. Anders wordt het misschien te, ja. Hoe is het bier, Thomas?
Kom ik zo op terug, want Thijs die laat nog even een mededeling dat hij een opleiding tot buschauffeur kan gaan volgen. Gaaf man, gefeliciteerd. Leuk,
Gefeliciteerd. Jongen. Zeker, dat is leuk.
Ja, tof man.
Ja, dat zijn opleidingen die je behalve voor buschauffeur ook een andere bus met touringcars en dergelijke kunt gebruiken. Dus wat dat betreft zeer waardevol, denk ik.
Nou, ik weet dat het een passie voor hem is, dus gaaf jongen, echt tof. Gefeliciteerd kerel. Lars zegt nog gefeliciteerd. En de Baks 24 of een van de 2 nieuwe Volkinger Brew bieren. 24 vond ik erg leuk, die heb ik gedronken. Niet gereviewd verder. Ja, en dit. Ja, gewoon. Je krijgt echt inderdaad een beetje dat kruisbessen karakter, een beetje dat witte fruit karakter. Het klinkt zo stom, Nelson Sauvin, witte druif, ja oké. Maar hij heeft echt dat white fruit character. Er zit een mooi fruitig randje aan, absoluut. Een beetje citrus, een beetje, hoe heet dat? Mineralig, een beetje licht kalkig.
Maar gezien die haziness, zit er dan ook melkpoeder in of niet?
Nee, volgens mij heeft hij geen lactose hoor. Maar dat haziness is niet zozeer lactose. Hè? Dat is meer water treatment en zo. Maar ik zit even te kijken.
Nee, snap ik, maar hij heeft wel een beetje zo'n look, zeg maar.
Ja, ik snap wat je bedoelt. Er zit absoluut geen lactose in. Het is barley oats water. Barley oats wheat. Dus we hebben gewoon gerstemout. We hebben haver en we hebben tarwe. Dan hebben we gist en we hebben hop. En we hebben water. Ik wil even kijken hoe hij een beetje ontwikkelt over de rest van de stream voor de komende... Nou, het is een 5,5%. Dus hij zal niet heel lang staan.
Ja, lekker man.
Een mooi mondgevoel.
Hoe was je week tot nu toe, Thomas?
Ja, goed. Ik ben blij dat ik weer een beetje in mijn oude ritme terug zit. Dus ook leuk dat we even een livestream konden doen. En je merkt wel dat het iets rustiger is op het werk. Maar dat zal wel voor veel mensen gelden op het moment. Maar het is goed. Ja. Niet heel veel geks bijzonders te melden eigenlijk. En jij?
Ja, prima. Het is tot nu toe wat rustiger dan voorgaande jaar bij mij op het werk. Maar bij ons begint de drukte meestal pas zeg maar begin februari. Ik werk voor een softwarebedrijf die met name software maakt voor accountants en boekhouders en dergelijke. Dus dan is inderdaad eind januari, begin februari, dan gaat meestal wel de druk van de ketel en dan is het aardig druk een paar maanden. Maar dat is juist mooi. Ik heb vroeger ook in de retail gewerkt en dan waren het natuurlijk met name de maanden november, december die natuurlijk rete druk waren.
Ja, zeker.
Heeft wel zijn charme, hè, vind ik.
Oh ja, dat is leuk. Dat is leuk, ze topuren draaien.
Ja.
Dus nee, maar het is leuk hoor, dat soort periodes. Maar het is ook wel fijn als het even weer wat rustiger is. Even weer pas op de plaat en dan, goed, moet van alles gebeuren. We hebben de balans gehad. We hebben geweldig.
Netjes op tijd.
Martijn kan het weten, hij is er zelf ook een. Softwarebouwers zijn stom.
Ja, dat klopt, Martijn. Jij bent ook stom, dus dat klopt.
Passievrucht die heeft nog een T-bone steak als avondeten gehad. Dus toetje in de blik was ik wel natuurlijk geen barrel-aged versie, by the way. T-bone, damn son, living the life.
Maar heeft passievrucht alleen een T-bone op of ook nog wat lekkere groenten erbij? Of rijst of aardappels? Daar ben ik wel benieuwd bij. Ik denk niet dat het alleen een T-bone is geweest.
Baked potato, er moet een baked potato bij. Zonder gepofte aardappel.
Gepofte aardappel en dan met of knoflooksaus of ravigot of zo.
Ik vind het lekker als je dan, hoe heet dat? Sour cream met dille.
Kan ook. Sour cream met een beetje dille.
Dille en of bieslook. En dan een beetje citroensap, een beetje... klein beetje geraspte knoflook. Ja, of een beetje mierikswortel erdoor. Ook heel erg lekker.
Ja, kan ook. Ja, alleen sour cream moet je niet doen. Er moet nog wel wat een toevoeging aan zitten, vind
Een
ik.
beetje iets bij, inderdaad.
Ja.
Thijs zegt nog, wordt wel een zware opleiding. Morgen met reviews filmen voor de komende weken. Nou, veel plezier en veel succes, kerel.
Top.
Dus top van je. Ik
Ja.
ben blij dat je de kant ook kan gaan die je graag wilt. Dus dat is natuurlijk hartstikke tof.
Zeker.
Over reviews gesproken, jongen. Wanneer... sorry, wat wil je zeggen?
Nou ja, wat ik ook zeg maar tegen jou wou zeggen. Ik bedoel, je hebt natuurlijk nu een nieuwe baan. Je bent eigenlijk best wel op een vervelend tijdstip is misschien niet het juiste woord. Want dan word je wel een beetje voor de leeuwen gegooid. En waardoor je het misschien wel sneller op gaat pakken. Maar ik denk dat het je volgend jaar waarschijnlijk stukken makkelijker af zal gaan. Omdat je dan natuurlijk je routine en dergelijke hebt. Dat scheelt wel een heel stuk, denk ik.
Het is echt een van de beste momenten om met zo'n baan te beginnen. Zeker in de retail. Toen de tijd bij mijn vorige werkgever begon. Wacht even. Iets meer zo. Kijk. Toen ik bij mijn toenmalige werkgever hiervoor begon, was letterlijk op 2 december. Nou ja, ik praatte er nooit veel over waar ik toen werkte. Dat was dus bij een Blokker-filiaal. Een franchiser. Sommige mensen wisten dat, niet iedereen. Ik denk dat heel veel mensen het op zich wel wisten. En dat was op 2 december. Ik probeer even te denken aan het jaar nu. 2002. 1. 2?
Oké.
2002 denk ik. Ik weet het. Ja, laten we het daar maar op houden. Ik weet het ook even niet zeker meer. Maar anyway, ik ben daar dus 3 dagen voor 5 december. Ja, 3 dagen voor Sinterklaas. Er zullen geen kleine kinderen kijken, dus dat moet goed komen. Ben ik daar begonnen. Dus dat was wel leuk. En toen meteen de kerstdrukte. Nou, hier ook 2 maanden voor de kerstdrukte begonnen. Dus ja, dan zit je er eigenlijk al middenin.
Ja.
Dat was wel leuk. Ja,
het is enerzijds een heel mooi moment om te beginnen. En wat net wat je zegt, je wordt daardoor ongedwongen toch in het diepe gegooid. Dus dat is op zich denk ik wel heel goed. Alleen je zult denk ik volgend jaar wel merken dat het je makkelijker afgaat. Omdat je dan een routine hebt. Dus dan zal het onbeduidend wel makkelijker zijn, denk ik.
Ik denk het ook. Ik weet even niet wat hier gebeurt. Ik krijg ineens 3 mensen die komen hier binnen. Een Jesper Hut, een Jan W. en Tim Alberts. Geniet van je biertje, Enrico. Proost Enrico. Proost Enrico. Wat mis ik hier ineens?
Ik heb geen idee.
Ja, nee, dat was in 2002 trouwens. In 2001, ik heb de wissel van de euro meegemaakt op de markt. Sorry, ik weet even niet wat hier gebeurt ineens, jongens. Iedereen is er wordt ineens een ene Enrico gefeliciteerd. En ineens is het aantal kijkers ineens flink gestegen. Ik weet niet wat hier ineens gebeurde, maar fantastisch. Ik vind hem leuk. Enrico, oh, sorry, verkeerde. Fijne avond nog. What the fuck?
Ja, het verkeerde stream blijkbaar. Ja, dat kan toch?
Wat de hel gebeurde hier? Geweldig dit. Nou ja, hey, Enrico, als je hier nog iets van meekrijgt, gefeliciteerd met je verjaardag. En,
proost. Wees welkom.
Ja, proost. Of tenminste, ik weet niet of het zijn verjaardag is. Proost. Geniet van je beach. Fijne avond nog. Foutje moet kunnen. Foutje moet zeker kunnen.
Ja.
Ik weet niet. Ik vind het geen probleem. Ik vind het alleen maar leuk. Geweldig. In ieder geval, Lars die zegt nog even dat het bij hem op de zaak ook rustig is. Martijn die zegt nog even over de chimichurri, of over de T-bone steak portsausje. En even kijken. Ja, dat chimichurri, dat is ook een goeie. Chimichurri met een ingekookte rode wijnsaus. Dat is ook wel heel erg lekker. Maar wat het geworden is een aardappelgratin met groene asperges, mac and cheese. Volgens mij is er iemand uit eten geweest, heb ik het idee. Met die mac and cheese. En als Pasti dit allemaal thuis heeft gemaakt, dan gaan we daar absoluut een keer...
Dan wil ik nu een foto van de keuken zien.
Echt wel. Kees die zegt dat hij wel in Sinterklaas gelooft. Dus, dat snap ik. Tim en Jan W. die zeggen nog even oeps en helemaal geen probleem. Ik weet niet wat er net gebeurde. Ik vond het hilarisch. Ik vond het geweldig. En ik kan er super om lachen. Gina die kijkt mee. Cheers Gina.
Hey Gina, cheers.
En Martijn die zegt nog even, ik denk dat Enrico ook een Villa trui draagt. Makkelijke verwarring. Ik denk dat dat het is. Dat klinkt wel heel logisch.
Oh, Martijn.
En Kees zegt nog even heel enthousiast hallo tegen Gina. Jongens, wat is iedereen in de chat aan het drinken? En heb je nog weekendplannen? Kunnen we daar nog even over kletsen ook?
Ja, dat zal weten, ja.
Ik ben benieuwd wat er allemaal gaat gebeuren.
En jij, Thomas? Behalve dat je morgen moet werken, maar heb je nog plannen voor zondag, maandag, jouw weekend?
Nee, niet echt. Ik ga even kijken hoor, welke datum is het?
De
21ste, ja, ik zie het. Ik heb eigenlijk helemaal geen plannen. Ik zie het wel. Ik ga even kijken hoor. Zondag. Een beetje uitslapen, wat reviews filmen. Even wat huishouden doen. Wasjes draaien, films kijken, lekker niks doen. En maandag kijk ik wel even. Of net andersom. Moet nog even kijken hoe het gaat. Ik heb verder niet... home cooking is always good so, but my kitchen left the chat.
My kitchen left the chat.
Hadden we met kerst ossenhaas op. Chimichurri met een rode wijnjus. Mooie groene asperges erbij. Frietjes en een forelsalade. Dat was het eigen eten. Ik mag trouwens ook graag, dat weten mensen echt zelf, ook graag koken. Met kerst had ik een eendenborstfilet. Eendenborstfilet. Ik heb daar heb ik op een gegeven moment knolselderij en flespoen heb ik geroosterd in de oven. In kleine stukjes voor een half uurtje. Daar heb ik een pureetje van gemaakt. En dat pureetje heb ik gemaakt door een beetje melk en een beetje boter. Goede ongezouten roomboter te verwarmen met een heel klein beetje five spice. En dat een beetje peper, een beetje zout en alles natuurlijk. En dat heb ik, daar heb ik een pureetje van gemaakt. En een poortsaus door in een beetje roomboter en olijfolie. Gewoon even wat hele champignonnetjes. Even aan te fruiten met wat uitje. Heel klein beetje knoflook, peperzout. Fruiten. En zorg dat die boter natuurlijk, moet echt een beetje boter het smaakje hebben. En daar gewoon echt, misschien wel een, het zal zeggen geweest, bijna een halve liter rode port over. We hebben ongeveer 1,5 uur heb ik dat laten inkoken. En toen gemonteerd met stukjes koude boter, zodat de saus lekker wat stevig wordt. Oh ja, en ik heb even een takje rozemarijn, een takje tijm erin gelegd, weet je, om dit te infusen. En dat was mijn kerstmaal, eendenborstfilet. Eendenborstfilet is echt heel simpel en super lekker. En dat was het.
Goed klaargemaakt is het erg lekker. Nadeel als je inderdaad niet uitkijkt, kan het ook heel snel droog worden. Dat is wel een nadeel.
Ja, maar als je weet hoe je het moet doen.
Ja, nee, mee eens. Maar dat is met alles zo, hè. Dus wat dat betreft...
Als je weet hoe je het moet doen, wordt het nooit droog.
Nee, dat is waar. Maar ik weet uit de eigen ervaring dat je goed kan koken. Dus,
Daarom, dat weet jij. Gina zegt nog even hi. Waldo die gaat verder met klussen en bier drinken. Kees die heeft al 6 dagen geen bier gedronken. Dan moet je even snel verandering brengen. Pilsje voor Thijs. Martijn zegt, daar heb je 2 handen. 1 voor de zaag, 1 voor het bier. The people speaking foreign. We speaking very foreign, eh? We're speaking... It's the foreign people with the foreign accents drinking foreign beer. It's all very foreign and I can't comprehend it with my tiny little non-foreign brain. Had ik de zaag met 2 handen van nu snel.
Ja.
Dat moet je niet willen. Ik hoor het jou denken. Jij mag het zeggen. Ik ga het niet zeggen. Ik maak zo goed.
Nee, ik weet precies wat jij denkt en ik ga hem niet maken. Maar ik dacht het ook.
Wanneer is de bottle share plus dinner bij jou, Thomas? Jeetje, hallo. Ik weet niet. Moet nog een keer kijken. Gelukkig werkt alcohol ontsmettend. Dat is toch wel vervelend inderdaad.
Ja.
Hurgen, Jurgen, Flurgen, Smurgen. Unterlieben, Globen.
We put a chicken in the pan.
Bam. Fancy a bum. Thanks for joining, James. Thanks for having a little laugh here. And we've got not a British. Is he not a British person, isn't it? He's from Kent, that man is. With him in his fedora.
Kent spear reviews.
They're over from the foreign island called Britain. How you doing, Craig? How you doing? Cheers, buddy.
Right.
We're all international here because now we got the Yankees chiming in. Now we've got Joe from the Beer Patrol, who I haven't made this joke in a while, so I think I can. Who finally has his heart in the right place again.
Yeah, finally.
So there we go.
Before that, I didn't know he had a heart.
No, nobody did. I think that's the only reason he had heart problems, just to prove to the world, like, see, I have one, and it's causing me issues.
Maak die grap, zeg maar op.
Ik ga die grap echt niet maken. Wanneer het volgende review, die wou ik net ook nog vragen, want dan wordt ook wel weer eens tijd, of niet?
Ja, ik wou een review opnemen, maar ja, jij moest weer met mij live gaan, dus...
Ik weet dat je zit aan hoeren, Lars, en dat moet ik zeker kunnen.
Zeker, maar hij heeft ook gelijk, het wordt weer tijd.
Het wordt wel weer tijd. Even kijken, Cornelis zegt nog wel, good evening, gents. Good evening.
Good evening.
Just got on the train home. Take a train home. So I was maybe we can do a hangout tomorrow, Ken. Great. I always want to say Ken. Just let me know. Maybe we can do something tomorrow evening on your channel. Let me know. Drop me a line. James is in love with Waldo, and Joe's saying that his heart was black. That's because of all the pastry stouts you were drinking.
Yes.
Sorry. Ik heb wel bijna helemaal in het Engels overgegaan. Ik heb mijn tweede bier voor straks al klaarstaan.
Vertel.
Moet ik hem vast teasen?
Ja, doe maar even een heel klein stukje in beeld.
Nou,
en dan moeten wij raden welke het is.
Het is een bier dat ik van Kees gekregen heb een tijdje geleden. Ik heb hem al gereviewd.
Dat is Berghoeven. Oh. Nog eens. En nou slow motion.
De eerste.
Curiosity
Killed the Cat. Look,
die had je al gedronken ook, toch? Of niet?
Ja, die heb ik gereviewd in het Engels. Even over Engels gepraat. You're alright with changing this entire livestream up to a British one, an English one. Is that okay with you? Because James wants to have the linky. He wants to have a linky poo.
No problem.
No bloody problem. Right. Give me a moment, you wanker. And there we bloody go. Copy. And paste. You know I'm all about that paste. No? Okay.
No trouble. All about the paste.
Right, link is your way. What did I call you? I call you a foreign. I call you a foreign British. You're fucking foreign British, because you can say whatever you want, but Scotland is British.
Yeah.
It is the you bloody K. Oh, here we're going to have it.
Now, before I even say fucking hello to you, I have got a bone to pick with you. What did you just call me a minute ago?
I called you a Briton because you can say whatever you want. Scotland is British.
Well, that's fine, you fucking German.
I'm even drinking German beer.
Yeah, but you didn't make the mistake, Douglas. You're still in the good books. Thomas gets no bum for a year now. That's a serious offence.
For a year? Oh, that's hard.
Am I making it up to you now?
The Bruges. The Bruce.
Scottish beer.
It's a Scottish ale, motherfucker.
It's a foreign ale from a foreign country.
Now you're calling the Scottish foreign as well, ain't you?
But in this character, I is from God's country, so Scotland is a foreign country.
fucking wank, how you doing, you little bitch?
Doing all right. How are you guys?
Fine, thank you. And you? Great. We did it all by ourselves.
Technically, we did fuck all.
Oh, it's good. It's good. It was a very the Netherlands wasn't in fact the Netherlands. It was North Belgium, and the Germans just walked across it because it was flat, innit?
It was very flat. It's a flat country, and there's no real bums here except my bum. My bum is the bum.
It's all good. It's
But there
all,
was one.
Maybe,
we're
But
all
there was
French
one
now.
time that we put everything underwater.
yeah. We kind of should.
We did put everything underwater.
Oh yeah, that was what you did. You just flooded the countryside and things. I remember Belgium did that as well.
Oh, well, I mean, we should have kept it that way. Really.
You mean Belgium underwater?
That's naughty, Thomas. Those are your neighbours and friends.
I don't have any friends.
Me neither. What are you drinking?
Actually nothing. I was just about to go to bed for work. I
Open up a beer.
I actually don't have any non-review beers.
I don't care. Open up a beer.
It's fine.
Open
But I
up a beer.
was reading this.
Finance.
Fuck you. Open up a beer. Otherwise, I'm kicking you out of the stream. Open up a beer.
I actually don't have any.
Yes, you do. You have beer. You just have reviewing beer. You just don't review it, or get another one to review later on. Get a beer. Open up a beer. This is a beer live stream. Open up a beer.
It's possible. Let me see. Wait a second. Give me a second, doll face.
You should make it possible.
Ally won the war. Our country couldn't stand for a fucking. Ouch.
That's not.
Well, this one's nice. This one's nice. Scotland is a beautiful country. Yes, and lovely people. Nope.
No, it's not. It's full of fucking. It's full of bloody nutcases and drug addicts.
I fucking really am, man.
It is beautiful. Though.
To bed for work. What kind of work do you do? Nothing. He's gonna get a fucking beer. He's not gonna go to sleep. So shut the fuck up.
Yeah. No, doing a wee bit of since I'm studying my programming diploma at the moment, doing a wee bit of teaching the foreigners English.
Ah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you should teach them English to the English.
But why the finance book?
Oh, I'm doing a course in financial economics. So we were recommended to read a few chapters out of this so that we know all the terminology. So it's quite interesting. It's like getting your hands around you're getting your head around exactly what is leverage and all of this, like the ratio.
Little bit of a Freudian slip there, putting your hands around it.
Oh yes.
Mm.
I like putting my hands around you, but I've also got microeconomics as well, because I've only done macroeconomics, so I need to do some microeconomics too.
Well, you're already quite versed in microwaving, so that should be,
Oh well, no, I'm good at leverage. I'm good at leverage. I know that.
So you're not giving micro credits?
Microcredits? No, not quite.
Okay, stop this. Macro. Get a beer, then you can start yapping about your education. Go get a beer.
Yeah.
Well, check out you just being like.
We're now ignoring you. You're not here until you have a beer. Hey.
Right. For fuck's sake. Fucking.
You wish, honey.
Mooi. Oh, geweldig.
Oh, maar die fans is geweldig. That was King Dingeling. Corné zegt no, Thomas is harsh today. I'm always harsh.
Yeah, especially a little bit harsher than normal, Thomas. Is it that period of the month? No.
That's a bit sexist, dude.
So what?
You really don't have the voice for it.
I do.
No, that was a joke. Please think about the joke. You don't have. Oh my god. Ooh. Hang on. Hang bloody fuck on.
Ik heb deze trouwens voor straks nog gewoon een klassieke brandpilsner.
Ik kijk meteen. Waar ben je? Welke laat nog één keer zien?
Oh, sorry. Gewoon een brandpilsner voor straks.
Lekker.
Ja, zeker om even te cleansen straks na het rauwbier.
Het valt mij op dat je eigenlijk bijna nooit dingen als dikke barrel stouts en zo drinkt tijdens de livestreams.
Nee, maar ik heb er eentje voor straks klaarstaan. Dus,
Ja, maar niet voor tijdens de livestream dan.
nee, maar dat hoeft ook niet. Gewoon lekker chill beginnen. Het is mijn eerste bier van het weekend. Chill beginnen.
Ik moet natuurlijk op tijd naar bed. Goeie grap.
Het is wel verstandig als je morgen weer moet werken. Ja, moet je vroeg op of valt mee?
Wekker gaat om 6:30, denk ik. Misschien 5:15. Kijk wel even. Ik ben niet zo van het slapen, dus ik zie wel wat er gebeurt. Now, here we go. We've got a moving person on the stream right now.
Hey, Greg. Hi.
How you doing, buddy? What's up?
On a train. On a train.
On the
Hello,
train.
If you look to your left, you see Spain.
This is a service to...
So where were you that you're heading home right now then? I can't hear you, mate. You muted yourself. You muted yourself. I can't hear you, mate.
Perhaps he's doing it on purpose.
There we go. What were you saying? You're coming in really bad, mate. Your connection is probably really shy because I can't hear you and you're very laggy in your video.
Yeah.
I mean,
Dude, you okay? Because we can't hear you right now. Or your video stalled as well.
Yeah.
And there's the little Tinky Winky.
Hi.
Apparently I'm called a... Sinds het op 2 weken oud op het moment. Luister erin Synergy van Volking Brew.
2 weken oud, dat is wel heel vers.
Ik heb al een tijdje geen Volking Brew meer gehad. Moet ik weer eens een keer achteraan. Gina zegt net dat 6:30 is uitslapen. En Train Jam. Wauw. Precies wat geen poesie, hè? Ik ben echt een bikkel. En een fotolijstje heeft nog meer frames. Maar fucking
Oh, scherp Martijn, mooi.
oh, my bloody
Daar hou
lord,
ik van.
dat is fucking horrible. Geweldig. Oh my
Ja,
god, dat
heerlijk.
is echt te erg. Dat is echt te erg. Ik heb het idee dat we Craig voorlopig even kunnen... Ja, daar
Ja, hij
is
is nou weg, zie
Ik
ik.
denk dat zijn
Ja.
verbinding echt... ik zal
Ja,
even...
Ik weet niet hoe goed de wifi daar in de trein is. In Nederland is die wel redelijk goed volgens mij, dacht ik. Maar
Ik heb nog nooit goede wifi gehad in een trein. Trouwens, erbij komt, jij bent iemand die in de IT werkt, vindt. Jij zou moeten weten dat het wifi is en niet wifi.
ja, zet ook wifi.
Nee, je zegt wifi.
Nee. Ja, ik gebruik de crisscross door elkaar heen. Nederlanders zeggen meestal wifi, maar het is wifi, klopt.
Oh, right. Craig's trying again. Let's see if this works. It is a... Okay, somebody has a better connection.
A foreign
Okay.
man and a foreign twine.
An IPA?
What is that?
No, this is my old landlord's homebrew. Actually, I forgot that I had
nice.
these. So he's always been very good with lagers, and this one is a new pilsner that he made. So
Nice.
I'm going to try this and see what it's all about. It's not chilled actually, which is the only thing because it's been in my
It'll be fine.
cupboard, but should be.
It'll be
Okay.
fine.
Hey, Craig.
How you doing, Craig?
Don't know if he can hear us.
I think there's an incredible lag on the line because
Sometimes we can hear something, but
there's a little bit of a... Wait, what was that?
James. James, is that the first time you're drinking that lager? Or?
Yeah, no, I've had other lagers from him before, but this is the first time I've tried this particular one. Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, we'll see. But he also gave me a smoke bock, a rook bock, and
nice.
also I think this one's just a normal doppel Jula so a Christmas doppelbock.
Oh, nice.
So yeah.
That sounds great.
Cool labels, by the way.
Yeah, no, it's they've got one of the neighbors. She is an illustrator, so she made the thing with she made the label with about it's the dog. It's named the brewery's in the basement. So you say Scheller in Swedish, and then their dog is called Shell. So Schällerens Bryggeri.
Okay, nice.
That's a good one.
Yeah, the Cellar Brewery. But yeah, looks a wee bit dark.
Cheers.
I think that's a bit of a dark
actually-
pills,
yeah.
but looks nice.
It looks good.
Ooh.
I'm just going to quickly go to check in the meantime. Craig, can you hear and see us properly? Because we can't. You there, mate?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, yeah, because I think there's a bit of a.
And he's gone again.
his voice broke it.
Oh my god, that actually that could be that.
I don't
the
know if you-
audio.
I wonder if he's
Well, this should
using his
be good.
data or if he's using train Wi-Fi.
No, not using train Wi-Fi.
So you're
just
just
being
using
on
your
a-
data plan.
Yeah, it's just being on a train doesn't help because the signal's in and out.
All right.
Does the train have Wi-Fi?
Yeah, but it's worse than this one. So
Oh.
Okay.
See,
We were
it's just a
talking
very.
about that earlier.
England is a very primitive country.
it is what it is. I just wanted to say hello. So,
Ah, it's cool, mate. Where you heading off from? Because you said you were going home.
yeah, I was in Sittingbourne. Went to a tap takeover.
Nice.
Heading back now, but I brought. Where is it? I can.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Nice label.
Verdant. Oh, lovely.
Verdant. Okay.
This year's edition.
I
What's
like
he-
that. Putty. I still want to try
Ooh.
putty. At
Can
some
we see
point.
that? Can we see the front label of it this time? Oh, it's
Yeah,
different.
they changed it.
Oh, okay.
They changed it this year.
Mm.
There you go.
That's why it didn't look familiar. By the way, Mark Martijn has the best joke. He says, streaming in the public transportation, he's winning terrain.
Ooh.
You find the gap
I thought that was kind of clever. He says it'll stop. Now Gina, he's actually back again already. So there you go. He's joining in on the festivities. So yeah, you had a good tap takeover then.
Yeah, it's all right. I mean, that can was pretty expensive, but I had putty on draft, which
Ooh.
Kind of jealous about that because it's
yeah, but I went there for other beers really, but that just happened to be on as well.
I do remember you did review putty last year, didn't you?
Yeah, I think it's overrated. I really do.
Oh really?
But we'll see what the can's like. But I had about 4 or 5 beers today that were better than putty. So
Mm.
Well, I hope it gets a release here at some point because I would love to have it. I just love the sound of it.
Beardome will probably get it.
yeah, today was the release day. So there's various around the country, various tap places around the country that.
Yeah, you're dropping off again.
It's fading off, yeah.
The train's moving again. I think that's what it is. He was standing still for a little bit. Maybe it's the movement that.
Yeah.
Really,
Because video is going to use quite a high bandwidth, and if he's not stable, it's not going to work.
No.
But James, how was the lager?
It feels a little bit boozy. It's quite a malty. It's leaning towards that kind of boozy or malty side of things.
Is it a high alcohol lager or?
it's 5.7, which is quite high for a Pils, actually.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
But
So it's kind of like, because he's done a few Imperial Pils before, and it actually tastes a bit more like them than a regular
yeah,
Pils.
it also has more the color of a high ABV lager.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's interesting, this one, actually. But yeah, no, it's pretty decent. I might just chill with you guys and have the other two. I wasn't planning to have beers today, but why not? I've not been on a stream with you guys in a while, so
Exactly.
You have to.
And on that bombshell, and I'm not going to end the stream, but on that bombshell, I'm going to open up another beer.
Mhm.
And I've had this one before. I've actually reviewed it. Wait, what is that? What's he showing? What were you showing there, mate?
his train ticket.
Oh, right. Oh, we got Joe chiming in. Hi. Okay, so we've got a question from Thijs for the both of you. You don't have to answer this because it's a political charged question, and if you don't feel like making it political, he wants to know what you guys think about Boris Johnson. But I mean, yeah, but we don't have to make it too political.
I can sum it up in one word: FUD.
Yeah. FUD.
FUD.
What about you,
Scott-
Craig?
You mean like Elmo Fudd?
Oh, go and bring that last one back up a minute, Thomas. The last one.
Wait, it's this one?
Yeah. I might be about in August. I could. Well, that might be. I actually maybe. I need to figure that out, but let me know the dates for that, and potentially I can be around for a little bit because it's. I was thinking to go home for a wee bit in August time. So.
Oh, don't say that. You're not. You didn't think about going home. You want to. You want to go with him.
Yeah, well, I need to come. I want to come down and visit you guys again because my flight that I've got to the States is through KLM, and I need to rearrange it. So it'd be quite cool to stop off.
Bunny, if you're going to the
see you guys.
States, I'm probably going to come with you. Remember?
Yeah,
So,
we're going to join the Mile High Club, aren't we, Thomas?
Very, very mile high. No, but literally though, if you're going to plan, I mean, don't forget about the fact that we're probably going to the States at the same time.
That's a good point. Yeah.
So we're going to have to plan that one.
Jopen Kirkia.
I'm just going to quickly want to talk a little bit about the beer that I just poured. So I've reviewed this in English. You might have seen that review. Wait, give me one moment. So you might have seen the review, but this is a barrel blend. It's the Curiosity from Berghoven. You've had one of that weird quadruple. Remember, you got it from the Dutch guys. Terra Incognita.
Sorry, go and say the brewery name again.
Bronkhorster. And you have
they do all the spiced and barrel aged things. Yeah.
Well, they do a lot so this is a barrel blend, right? This is a blend between a Russian Imperial Stout aged on Kalila, a Russian Imperial Stout aged on Heaven Hill, a Russian Imperial Stout aged on Remy Martin, and a quadruple aged on Macallan. And here we go. It's 50 centiliters. It's 50 centiliters, and it's 14.5% ABV.
Fucking hell! Just see when it's in my head. If either of you come across the original quadruple that's aged in the Macallan, can one of you get me a bottle for that? Because that sounds really interesting.
Probably not, because that beer was released about 9 months ago or so, I think. So it's probably difficult to find, but I'll see if I can. Joe's saying, let me know where in the States you plan on going. I will see if we can meet up with you guys. I will get the first round. Actually, I'm going to send you some messages after this live stream, Joe. Or otherwise tomorrow, but we'll talk about this.
Yeah, it's most likely to be East Coast this time. Yeah. Yeah. Craig's whirring away.
Is it still nice, Thomas?
It's
Is it fappable?
It's a delicious beer. It's completely out of out of balance. It's completely unbalanced, but in a fun way. I could have sworn that there's actually a little bit of red wine barrel in here, but that's probably because of Remy Martin doing its thing, sort of like that grapey.
Is Remy Martin a cognac or what is it?
Yeah, it's a cognac.
I love cognac barrel aging. I do really like that. I think it
It
works
has
better
ups and
on
downs.
like. I've had one or two Imperial. The ones that I've had, I think, were from Puaste in Estonia, the Silver Series.
Great beers, the Silver Series.
Sorry, Cornet is still watching. Cornet, I'm so sorry, but he said Puhaste. I'm so sorry, Cornet. He said Puhaste. You know I have to, right?
Oeh. Doe dan.
Okay, this is a joke. You will probably get it, James. I'm not sure if how you doing, Craig? I'm not sure if Craig's gonna get this, but the joke is Puhaste. Sorry, and Cornet hates it when I do that. What time wants to know the worst tasting beer or brand in general that you've had in the past? And bonus question: was it priced at the taste? Craig, you want to finish? You want to start that one?
Don't know.
Craig? I don't think Craig can hear me. Craig, can you hear me?
I think he can.
No. Okay, James, you want to start it off then?
The worst beer I've had was actually a Japanese one. It was, and it was, the thing was, it was the two of the Japanese guys I know that do beer videos. They said it was shitty and it was more like a challenge to try it and see what we thought.
Mhm.
And I don't know what the price of it was, but it was called Oedo Kamedo Red. And I think this thing was just loaded with like Fugel. It was like a light beer, it was supposed to be. It was some sort of golden ale, but it
You're
was just.
right.
I think it was just laced with like Fugel hops from England, and it just tasted like cigarette ash. It was horrible.
How do you get cigarette ash from fuel?
Fugel hops to give you that ashy cigarette ash thingy.
Really?
It's
I've never
yeah.
had that.
No, they go really well in like dark beers. Like see in porters and stouts, Fugel hops work really well, but if you put them in a golden ale, it just tastes like fag ash. It's horrible.
Never had that note from fuel before. Yours, Douglas?
One of the worst beers I had was the first time I had a Saison from Saison Dupont. And because the bottle was infected.
Ooh, Saison's going sour is not a good thing. No.
And I was walking, I opened it in the kitchen. And my wife said to me, "What is that smell, that horrible smell?" She could smell it. And it was indeed, it was bad. And the taste was also bad. But I saw the great reviews from everybody. So I had to drink it again. And the second time it was great. But the first time, that's probably one of the most bad beers I've tasted at that moment. But that was because it wasn't affected, not because it's basically a bad beer.
I can't remember. I've never had a bad.
Perhaps
Saison
some cheap
Dupont
lager.
before. No, I mean I've never had a bad Saison Dupont. It's like weird that happened, but it can happen. It can happen. My worst beer ever. I can't recall actually. There must have been a few. There must have been a few terrible ones.
Orange
I mean, Oranjeboom, yeah, definitely stuff like that. Stuff like Gladiator or Groot Kanon. It's not like I've had some terrible beers, but what I tend to do is I tend to get more upset when I have a beer that's supposed to be something and it isn't, even though the beer itself may not be bad. if you like advertising a beer that's supposed to be a lot, like I've had the review still coming up. It was supposed to be a Zwiegel, like a Zeugel, and it had like a deposit in the like a yeast deposit, like a cake at the bottom that was intensely weird. It tasted more like a generic blonde ale than it did like any German lager. And it was the beer not tasty. It wasn't fantastic, but it wasn't like bad or infected or off. But if you promise me like a German classic lager, and it's not, well, a bit of a spoiler alert, but it was the latest Stoked beer. If you promise me a German classic lager like a Zwiegel, and of course it's unfiltered, but it doesn't mean it should have like a big cake deposit in the bottom of the bottle.
Yeah, you had almost the same experience with the Madsen from Leroy Brown. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
That also had a deposit in the bottle.
Same issue.
Yeah.
Same shit, different day. Joe saying my family is from Michigan. I can see you guys and them all in one. So here's the thing, Joe. Somewhere by then it should be the Beer Tuberpalooza thing with some of the American beer tubers. So we're just going to see what happens. I'm not planning a ticket right now because of COVID and everything, but we'll just see what happens. But that should be the general idea. So we can figure something out there. It is still very coconut heavy. You're definitely getting a little bit more of that Kalila. There's a sort of, it's probably that Remy Martin, like that, because of the grape aspect of a cognac. It's definitely sort of like a grapey, red grape, like almost like a soft tannic thing going on. But I like it. And it's a bit ashy in the background in the finish. So Shitface over there got me the Curiosity 2. I bought it myself, by the way. He's not giving it to me. I paid for it. Literally like 2 hours ago, I paid for it.
Yep.
Did you get my...
Sorry?
Did you get my deposit thing?
Yeah, I received it. Yeah.
So I've heard a lot of people saying that one was a lot more balanced. And I still like the flavor of this. It's just completely out of fucking whack.
But if you compare it to your last tasting notes, is it better or as good or worse?
I don't remember that red wine sort of almost like that vinous astringency. I don't remember that. So there could be a little bit of I don't want to call it an infection, but there could be a little off note in there. But I don't mind that in terms of what it's doing. I still like it.
I'm just going to interrupt and say the aroma of this beer, by the way, fappity fap.
Oh. I said the fap.
Very good.
Oh yeah, like this is right up my street. So I got rid of the Doppelbock tasty. There's some sort of weird phenolic thing going on in that, which is very, very unusual because usually these Doppelbocks are very good, but this one, Smokebock. And this is almost like Schlenkerla on steroids.
Really?
Yeah, it's just like it's yeah. I'll need to see if I can get a couple more bottles from him to keep, and if I can bring them down to you guys. But he brews that fairly. I think he brews that once a year or something. So maybe I can get one. That'd be cool to do as a stream beer. Actually, I've had this one before.
Put it in front of you because it has a nice head or not.
Yeah, it does.
Pretty decent. Yeah,
it's faded away a bit, but this, man, if you guys could smell this is literally like, it smells a bit like the Fasten beer, the purple label one.
Yeah. That was good.
It's kind of like that. Like it's got a little bit of that more kind of bread crusty sort of thing, whereas I find the Märzen is a little bit more biscuity.
Mm-hmm. I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah.
I actually filmed the review for the Festen one, but I forgot to plug in my microphone. So the audio was whack on it. That was like over half a year ago. I'm still thinking about whether or not I should upload the review because the audio is bad. But
Was
I
it
love
just
that
out
one.
of sync?
No, it's just very soft.
No.
So
You can probably
apparently,
you can probably play with it in that app that we use and just up the volume a bit. You probably can.
I don't use. I don't
Probably
what
quite
app?
easy. Yeah. But yeah, no, sorry, I interrupted the whole thing there for that. But
That's fine. It's
No,
quite
no
fine,
problem.
man.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. There's a shop in Apeldoorn that still sells the Curiosity #1. So there's actually apparently this one's still for sale here and there.
ooh.
Cornet's saying, here's a confused me wondering why I'm still sending Thomas beer. Well, here's a confused Thomas wondering why the hell you haven't sent me beer in like 4 or 5 weeks. Cheap ass. Love you. That's a joke, Cornet. That's a joke, and you know it's a joke. Cornet has actually sent me like 3 beer mails in 2021, I think. Was it 3?
Yeah.
He's sent me a lot of beer, man. He sent me
I
some of the
actually-
most. He sent me some insane beers. So the Japanese beer tastes like kissing my ex. Well, I haven't kissed your ex in a while, so I wouldn't know. So that was bad. That was bad. Lol. I don't know what the lol was about. I threw a Rodenbach Grand Cru through the drain. Why? That beer is actually...
Yeah, but perhaps if you drink it for the first time, it's a very odd taste that you have to get used. You have to really learn to like those beers.
Maybe that's it. Maybe he likes it by now. That could be it. Because I thought that Waldo would actually love Rodenbach Grand Cru.
I have to say Rodenbach was one of the ones. That's one of my favorite. Which one did I have? The vintage, the gold bottle one.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite reviews I've ever filmed. The vintage Rodenbach. Because it was just, I don't know, I wasn't sure what to expect from it, and it was one of my that's that Rodenbach vintage that I filmed is one of my favorite reviews I've ever filmed. I would say that.
So it surprised you in a very good way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. No, that's yeah.
Did you ever have also the opposite? That you expected a whole lot more from a beer and that it didn't?
What do you mean?
To be honest, not really that I can think of. I mean, I've been quite lucky and tried some. I had Chris over in the States that was sending me, like Lawson's and Alchemist and all these kind of, like these American breweries.
Yeah.
And for me, those were kind of interesting because everyone's like, "Oh, this is amazing! Like this is," whoa. And then I'm trying it, and I'm just like, "This is like it's the same level as the Swedish and Danish stuff that's out there." I'm like, "It's nice, it's cool to try it," but I think that's probably the time. Bye, Gina.
Bye, Gina.
Yeah. No, I mean that's the only time I can really kind of relate to that. Actually, Douglas, it's just trying some of the American stuff, and it's good, but at the same time, if I compare it to Stigbergets or OO or like Gamma or Dry and Bitter and stuff, it's just as good. It's on the same level, I think.
Look, American. I've said this before. What the fuck? I've said this before. There's nothing wrong with American IPAs. Okay, I've had a few tree houses now. I've had a few Trilliums. I've had a few like not bucket loads, but I've had a few of things like Alchemist. They're good. They're definitely good. They're great. They're amazing. But people will hold them in a high regard because they are American. When they crack open that can and they pour it, they're immediately giving it like a 4.25 on Untapped. Immediately, they don't want to be disappointed because they're in their mind's eye, they're holding like the fucking holy grail. Now, here's something fun. You've had beers from Flumbier, right? Both of you actually, but you've had one as well.
Which one?
Flumbier, local brewery. I sent it over to the States, one of their IPAs, right? One of his IPAs from Flumbier.
Yeah.
Is that the one we reviewed? Is that the one that we reviewed together for your channel, Thomas?
Probably, could be. I know. Just know you've had it while you were here. Point is, I sent one of their IPAs, one of his IPAs, over to the States, And one of the this was fucking funny. One of the guys actually said, one of the American guys, like, this reminds us of Trillium when they were good. This is Americans saying this. So a lot of the Dutch people go like, yeah, fuck Trillium, fuck yeah, it's awesome. They don't want to admit that it sucks because they just fucking paid 20 fucking euros for a goddamn can.
Yeah.
They're not going to admit that it sucks. While the Americans who are getting it like on the go everywhere for like $4, $5 a can, the same we pay for like a double IPA here, they're like, Trillium really is on a downward spiral. They're like not that great anymore. Just naming one brewery and it could be that they're picking up again, but that's the thing. They're hyping it up, and that goes for so many of these breweries. So a lot of people going on about the American breweries being fucking amazing. I mean, they're not. I mean, I'll tell you fucking now, Eddie is fucking amazing, and so is Focal. They're both great IPAs. They're fucking amazing. But I can get similar IPAs for a third of the price here from European countries. Like, look at what Arpus is doing, for example.
Yeah. Well, but see, I think, and this is another interpretation of it. The thing I think you always have to remember is your palate is like constantly evolving, constantly.
True.
So this is one of the things. You find this quite a lot with breweries that something you go in at one point and think, oh, this is fucking amazing. Oh, it's crazy, and then a few months down the line, you think, oh, that brewery's not that good. This brewery's better. And the brewery, the actual brewery hasn't really changed anything they're doing in their beer. It's because your palate's evolving. And I mean, look, just for me, a sort of validation of that argument is what's happened with West Coast IPAs. If you look at West Coast IPAs that are released now, they're nowhere near the same bitterness. If you go, like, for me, if you go back to the original hardcore IPA from Brewdog, that was a big 80, 90 IBU, oily, caramelly beast. But if you go to West Coast IPAs that are released now, they're going to be about 40 or 50 IBUs, and they're going to be, they might have the same booziness there, but that's a style, I think, that has changed because a lot of the new drinkers, with the number of breweries that we have now, it's exponential. So you've got more breweries that started brewing New England IPAs rather than West Coast IPAs.
But that's my point. That's actually a point there that you're saying. That's not my point, but that's a good point you're making. That's what I wanted to say. Mm-hmm. Look at like New England style IPAs, right? The OG New England style IPAs were a lot more bitter than the New England style IPAs being made today.
Yeah, well, I'd actually, on that point, see, and I've mentioned this in a few videos, the New England IPAs that came over to Europe, I always say this, I think there's 6 different aspects to a New England IPA. So, 6. You've got the sort of farmhousey, you've got the farmhousey side of it, you've got the rye, grainy side of things, like the wheaty bitey, the oaty creamy, the barley malt bread, and then the kind of brown sugar. So if you go to certain breweries in the States, like Trillium are more wheaty bitey, Treehouse are an oaty creamy brewery, Alchemist are a sort of farmhousey one, Lawson's, they are quite interesting because they are ones you can see with Lawson's liquids. Like their ones are actually a little bit caramelly and brown sugary, and they're a bit more bitter, but you've got the oatiness in there and stuff like that. So the New England IPAs that came to Europe were basically a mix of Treehouse and Trillium. And then, to an extent, the more farmhousey Alchemist ones have come over now, or more recently. But the original, like, rye, grainy sort of things and the kind of caramelly ones never came over here. The New England IPAs that we got here were oaty and wheaty, rather than being a full...
I love the fact that you just said that, like, Alchemist, known for the farmhousey thingy. Alchemist is actually the oh Jesus. Okay,
well, maybe farmhouse. Maybe farmhouse.
I'll get to my point. I need to go into the comments in a little bit because the comments are exploding. Alchemist is really focusing on just like playing around with hops, right? Alchemist is one of those breweries that says like, okay, so we make heady, we make vocal, we make rapture, but they won't always be the same every year because we try to play a little bit with the hop mixtures, and hops always depend on the season and blah, blah, blah. So they, in their mind, are very hop focused. Well, oddly enough, it's their yeast. They were the first brewery that had literally people were buying their cans, not for the beer. No, breweries were buying the beers from Alchemist to harvest yeast deposits in the cans to regrow the yeast they were using to reproduce a similar beer. That's how fucking hyped Alchemist was. And what is the biggest thing? We got another person coming in, by the way, because he was basically, Joe loves himself so much he invites himself into my live streams all the time. Love you, Joe.
Hey. See you, Joe.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, man,
Yeah,
we can hear you.
you.
But
I'm not.
I'm just gonna finish this. No, I'm just gonna finish this point very quickly, and then I'm gonna go through some of the comments. But that's the thing, though. Here is where people always talk. This is what people get wrong. Here's the two things that define. Well, there's three things that define a New England style IPA in comparison to like a West Coast, right? It's the yeast being used. It's the water treatment. That's a very big thing. And when do you add the hops to the boil?
Depends on the style.
Depends on the style, but that people are always like, Joe has trained that. There you go. Joe's finally. So
I'm back in. I couldn't hear anybody, so I had to mess with my mic a little bit.
no, that's fine, dude. Not a problem.
I want to point out something that I've traded for Trillium and Treehouse. I live on the West Coast, so I can't get those beers on like off my shelf. I've traded for them, and they're all right. The whole point about a hazy IPA is that anybody can make a good hazy IPA. It doesn't matter if you live in Denmark. It doesn't matter if you live Sweden. It doesn't matter where you live. A hazy IPA, good one can be made. I find it silly to trade for a hyped American IPA when you can get the same thing where you live. Like, let's take it for instance.
True.
M43 from Old Nation Brewing is the best. Oh, it's tied with the best hazy IPA I've ever drank in my life. It beats Trillium. It beats Trillhouse. Another one, and you probably don't get it, and I would really love to send you guys these beers just as if I could get them fresh and send them to you. I'm worried about customs, so I probably never do that because I don't want to send you something bad. But Fort George has this 4-way IPA or 3-way IPA that they make with two other breweries every year. It's a different beer every year. They do test batches. You come in, you drink it, you put your opinion, and then they tweak it until they get where they think they have the best. That beer consistently over the last, they've been doing it for about 8 years, and I've had every year I've had them, and it's been awesome. If you want to impress me, don't make a great hazy IPA. Oops, sorry guys. Don't make a great hazy IPA. Take an odd style of beer, or make a good West Coast IPA. Make me something that reminds me of Torpedo.
Brew a great
Nevada,
lager. Brew a great lager. Brew like something like a fucking classic Dunkel.
I would never trade for you guys' hazy IPAs because I know they're just as good, if not better, than the ones I can get where I live. Hazy IPA is overplayed. I would trade for a good sour. I'd trade for a good lambic. I'd trade for a good, a good normal stout. I like barrel-aged stouts, and Fort George makes good ones. But give me a decent imperial stout, a nice roasty, toasty kind of stout.
Or
maybe
nice,
throw an adjunct in there.
Nice stock ale or old ale.
Yeah, or even a mild, or even a good Pilsner or what. That impresses me more than IPAs. Everybody's making an IPA. You can't throw a rock without hitting a brewery that makes a hazy IPA.
I fucking know, dude.
There's no way to be top of that because
I'm
too many
just
people
gonna-
do it.
I'm just gonna go quickly run through the comments if you don't mind, because they're exploding, and I don't want people
Yeah,
to
go for
feel
it.
like they're. Case was wondering if there's a cool live stream going on. To which Martijn says, probably the one with Enrico. So for some weird reason, suddenly 3 people. I have no idea what happened, Joe. Suddenly, 3 people jumped into the chat, going like, "Cheers, Enrico. How you doing, Enrico? Have a good one, Enrico." I'm like, what the fuck just happened here? There's no Enrico here. That was
Cheers
fun.
to you.
That was at the
Cheers
time
to
on
you.
your birthday stream when we made all the fake accounts and just blew up the
Fuck, that was
comments.
beautiful. That was one hit. That was.
I remember that
Can you
one.
believe that? That was like, dude, that was 10 months ago.
No, that was
It's my
brilliant.
bir- Yeah.
That was
Lars was
brilliant,
asking
just-
if
yeah.
it was from Lars asking if it was from Gunstella. It wasn't. I don't have that Zoigo, but Gunstella
No.
doesn't fuck up. They're great. Waldo had a very bad Heineken alcohol free, but that was actually priced to the taste free. So Gina was
Alcohol-free
going by
beer.
Gina, by Gina.
Why would you do that?
I actually adore some of the alcohol-free beers that I've found.
Oh no,
but
I
there's-
can't stand it. It's like paying for a hooker so she could just talk nice to you and then you leave.
Jesus fucking Christ,
know.
dude. That's
I'm an American, so I'm kind of loud and obnoxious. But
You're
really,
anorexic.
an alcohol-free beer is basically like paying for a prostitute to come to your house and tell you you're a good man and leave.
But some people want to be told that they're a good man.
I don't. I want to
No.
be thrown
Well,
down
I'm
on the
just
bed
saying- I'm
and
just
beat
saying
up
they're
like
out
I was
there.
a rough man.
Mhm. Jesus
It's
Christ, man.
it's like a
I'm like,
it's like a
I'm
bra on the wash line. The best is out of it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
See,
go
he
to
knows
the
what I'm
fucking.
talking
I'm gonna
about.
go to the. I'm gonna go to the comments. I'm just gonna yap through all of
Go to
them.
the comments.
Uh,
Thomas.
Go on, Thomas. Sorry. Go
Cornelia
on.
saying, "Finally poured myself a beer. Now it feels like a beer live stream." Martijn said, "Send me the video. I'll get. If I don't forget, I will, dude. I will." This weird asshole is going on. Like he wants to know what stream. The stream of breweries on your radar. I will get to that in a moment. Lars is saying the first time I drank a Schlenkerla, it ended in the drain. Now I'm loving it. What is the
I
best?
must say, Thomas, I had that experience almost the same. The first time I drank this one, that was my first time I drank this one. I gave it about, I think, 2.5, and I really didn't like the taste. But that was in the beginning when I was drinking beer, and now I'm really loving it. I should put my whole fridge full of it.
I mean, I know exactly what you mean, guys.
Yeah.
Something just happened, and what the hell is just going on? Because no, somebody's just making weird stuff on Facebook. I thought suddenly something was said about the COVID restrictions.
Best Scottish beer?
No, best Scottish beer is for James.
James?
Right. If you want IPAs, New England IPAs, that's Overtone, no question about that. Vault City are doing some awesome sours. Holy Goat are very, very good from what I've heard. I still need to try their beers, but Holy Goat is one of the original guys from Vault City, so check them out. Best barrel aging program and a very solid all-round brewery for me as well would be Tempest. So yeah, Vault City.
Tempest does good stuff.
Yeah, Vault City,
Yeah.
Holy Goat, Overtone, Tempest, and then if you want good session beers, I would say go for Williams Brothers, which is one of my local breweries.
William.
Or yeah, I think Tempest. I would correct myself and say best barrel aging program, but also best for big malty beast beers.
Okay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that, and we're going to okay, American Day. Yeah, we have, and you know what? He's here, and we're like, whatever.
Whatever. The American guy.
Hugh van Hasten vragen tussendoor wanneer worden de meer Nederlandse klassiekers met Elkna vergelijken als toon met
Vergeleken.
vergeleken als toon met de Muinel en de IPA van Titty?
So yeah, we're gonna probably get to that maybe at some point because I do know I still have some Frisian beers. I am an asshole. I have so many beers right now on standby for reviewing. I would like to really again thank you all of you for sending me some amazing beers the last year. That was like a little bit of a SoCal thing. I mean, like the last year. I was like, I'm like, oh my god, I'm like almost so very SoCal there. Like, oh wow, oh my god.
Don't go California because Californians aren't popular in the United States. You know, we don't really like California people.
California love.
They decide what the rest of us have to do, and some of us don't really appreciate that.
I will do my best to not be an asshole. So Marcus,
I have a hard time. I'm an American. We're assholes.
You're American. The new Baltic Porter from Compan. I love a good Baltic Porter.
I'm English, German, and Irish. So, what do you expect?
Well, that goes for a lot of Americans, really, if you think about it.
Yep.
Yeah. True.
You still from?
So, yeah,
I'm not Native American.
Jesus Christ, that's true.
He's in a foreign place for British people.
I'm from foreign people. I'm from foreign people in a foreign land that we dominated because we were English.
This guy gets it. Because you were laggy as fuck at some point, you have trained bandwidth. That's a joke because of something that happened earlier. But Mark is going to drink a Baltic Porter from Compan. Now, like Baltic Porter is one of those underrated styles. I love a good Baltic Porter. It's just the FOMO, fear of missing out, FOMO about those beers. Had Heady, it was great, but it had some Dutch IPAs that were better, I guess. There you go. Like, Heady is fucking amazing, but it isn't the holy grail. I mean, honestly, if you really ask me, is there a holy grail in terms of IPAs?
No, there isn't. A hazy IPA is like that girl they pass around at the party. Everybody has a chance to dip their wick in that, but it's not very amazing. I mean, to be perfectly honest with you, hazy IPAs is the... When I was younger, when I was about 13 years old, which is, I'm not going to say how long ago that was, but there was this beer that came out, and it was a great value beer. It was a generic beer. It was a white can that said beer in black. That's all it said. It said beer. It was just a fucking beer. Hazy IPAs are good. I like hazy IPAs. I'm not going to sit here and say I don't, but I'm not going to go to, like, I plan on next year going to the UK and then a few other places. I'm not going there to try IPAs. I'm going there to try their local beers, their styles. What do they know for? You know?
Well, I would love to try some of their. I would say definitely try some of their hazies. So it's fun to okay, so this is what the British are doing with hazies. Try like 3 or 4, but don't limit yourself to drinking all of their hazies and all of their like pastry stouts. Like, go for the fucking milds. Go for like the best bitters that you can find.
Cask ale.
Cask ales. Go get cask.
No.
See, that's what cask ale. I want to try. I want to try cask ale. I want to try. I've had a couple bars that I've went to and had cask ales, but they're in America. So are they really cask ales? Do they taste the way they do?
Cask ale is fucking shit.
Oh shit! I'm gonna mute this.
So is hazy IPAs, in my opinion.
No, but I don't know.
Hazy IPA is the redheaded stepchild of beer.
Oh my god! So here's okay. I'm going to go through some of the comments again. So, Cinderman Man Zwarte Snor Black Mustache, which is one of the best imperial stouts, if you ask me, here in the Netherlands. It doesn't fit with a white beard. Good night for everyone, and we'll check the reviews. There you go. Cheers, guys. The stream has more sexual innuendos than The Voice. I cannot make any. This is not. We can't go there. The Voice is a program here, like one of those talent shows, The Voice. Right?
Oh, that one, yeah.
Yeah. So Google, if you guys are to go Google The Voice Netherlands, you just read the news and you'll know enough. Here's one. Scottish, fierce, very big moose. Very big moose. especially the bourbon barrel aged version. That is like
That's a very
chef's kiss.
good beer. There's also heavy on the bourbon as well, which is the Scotch ale. That's a very good one. But
Well,
Fierce,
can
Fierce
I-
is Fierce is sorry, just a sec. Fierce have actually been doing a few more sessionable beers, like Pilsners and session IPAs, like New England's and like West Coast IPAs. 5-6%ers. They've been doing a lot of that recently, rather than the barrel aged thing. But going back, Fierce, it was always fruity sours or big malty beasts that they did.
Okay.
If I was to check out on
Just 2 seconds, 2
just
seconds,
give me
2
a sec-
seconds, 2
Okay,
seconds.
go ahead.
Tim,
Go ahead.
daar hoef je geen toestemming voor te vragen. Dat mag je gewoon doen. Ga je gang. Go for it, dude. Oh, shit. I think I just got it. I think I just know what's going on. Oh, crap. Go for it, Tim. Go for it. So I think I understand what's going on now.
What's he actually saying?
Okay, so remember I got confused with Enrico earlier? So through work, I know a guy named Enrico. And he has like a beard thing going on. He's got like long hair. And I think some people who just got wind of the beer channel through my work and whatever. I think that's what's going on. I think a few guys figured me out. 2 seconds. I need to actually figure that out. I don't even know what my untap name is. I'm figuring out my untap name, Tim. I'm tap name Tim. My profile. Tim, it's just. Oh wait, actually, here I can send you the link. I can send you the actual link in the chat, so you can click on it. And what an asshole! Actually, you know what? Harry is competing with me right now. Harry's doing a live stream. He's winning.
He's not been doing that many recently, actually. I think he's been busy.
Yeah, he hasn't done too many. I picked this one over his.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Well, you guys will talk to me, so it's fun. It's more enjoyable.
Okay. Enrico, my Untapped is in the chat. You should probably be able to copy him, otherwise look for me. Like, there you go. Thanks, bro. Cheers to other people in the chat. So Lars was saying, send me a PM. We have a lack of mystery beers. I have some options in mind. Dude, just send them if you want to. That's cool, man. Just send beers if you want to. That's always awesome. Joe, what is your current time?
My current time is, hold on, I'm going to flip my, it is a 1:24 a.m. It's 1:24 p.m.
So you're sitting on your porch.
Okay.
You're having a smoke.
I'm sitting on my porch. I got sent home Wednesday because I tested positive for COVID.
Oh, dude.
But I don't have it though. I got no
well,
symptoms.
but you have it.
But I tested positive, so I got to be out for 5 days.
No, but what
so for 5 days,
means...
I lose income.
Oh, really? You do?
I don't get paid for this.
America doesn't do furlough because that's dirty socialism.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Yeah.
I was about to say because
I don't get
COVID. There's a difference between.
I have to use I got to use my holiday pay. I got to use my holiday pay to pay for the time. I got to be out 5 days from the start of supposed symptoms or positive. You know what I got? I got a runny nose. I taste everything. I smell everything.
Yeah, no, but that's what I'm trying to say is you have COVID. That's the thing. There's this thing.
I'm vaccinated.
No, again, dude, give me a moment. People have this weird idea that they think, like, if I have COVID, I'm going to fucking die and I'm going to be sick for like 5, 6, 7, 8 days. And you can have COVID. You can have COVID and hardly have any symptoms.
And no symptoms.
Yeah, you can have like the common cold and hardly have any symptoms. You can have the flu and not hardly have any symptoms. You could also have COVID and be like bedridden for like 2-3 weeks. The same thing goes for the common cold. That goes for like so many illnesses. You can have it.
I've had a
and hardly
friend
have
pass
any
away
symptoms.
from COVID.
There you go. That's
I've had
the
a
thing with COVID.
Yeah, I've had a friend pass away from COVID. COVID is real. I'm
COVID
not
is real.
saying it's not real.
Oh no, I know you're not saying that. I know you're not saying that.
No, but I'm just saying that I'm not sick, and there's people that at work that are making money right now. They're calling me up. I mean, had to go out and buy. Eventually, I had to go out and buy like a Bluetooth speaker to put in my fucking ear, so that I can answer questions to these people because they can't do the job when I'm not there.
Yeah.
But this guy said he was sick. They let him come back the next day. They didn't test him. I came in one day and said, "This guy is sick. You need to be tested." Okay, fair enough. I'm with that. And I have no symptoms. This guy was sick. He tested positive for COVID. I tested positive for COVID, but I got absolutely zero symptoms. But this guy that called in sick that was never tested is able to come back to work the next day because he said he was feeling better.
Well, that's fucking fucked up.
Why didn't they test him?
That's fucked up.
I mean, if he tested negative, then let him come back to work. I mean, it's like, I don't make a lot of money. I mean, if I went to the big cities and did what I'm really good at, I could make good money. The problem is that being a cook in the United States means I have to give up every holiday but Christmas. Every function that ever happens on a summer, summertime, any big function, I have to be at work. It doesn't matter if I'm the manager or just a straight up cook. The point is I got tired of giving up all those holidays and only getting Christmas, which I got kids, so it's a great holiday to have off. But, watching everybody enjoy the summer and enjoy all the holidays while I'm busting my butt in front of a stove or trying to figure out how much a meal costs, when I could go to a place and drive a forklift for the same amount of money and get my weekends off. And so that's what I decided to do. I prefer cooking. I'm a good cook. I'm the best cook you'll ever meet. I'm not a chef. I'm not trained.
There's a difference.
But I can match them. There's a difference. It's a pay.
There's definitely a difference. So,
yeah, there's a pay difference.
Yeah.
If I had a little sheepskin that said I took, Chicago Culinary Arts School, I'd make about $20,000 a year more than what I could make right now on the low end.
I'm back in a sec, guys.
See you in a little bit, dude.
Sure.
So
No, I'm sorry. I get off on a tangent on that.
No, man, that's
My bad.
fine. That's what these streams are for. We got so it's cool. I'll just go to some of the comments. So we got Jan saying Enrico back at it again. So we got Tim saying what beers y'all sipping tonight. I'm at the Bronkhorster, the Curiosity, the first one. This is the barrel blend. Love this beer. Got it from a buddy of mine. Martijn's saying, dude, your name isn't open from your last. This joke works better in Dutch, actually. Your name isn't open from behind. Ha ha ha. Very funny. Tim Law was saying, yeah, sad, but I did realize he lives very close to me, so maybe I can meet this fantastic beer guy. So, hey, we can go meet me up, meet me up. But go. Go to my profile on Untapped. We can meet up at some point and drink some beers together. That's always good. We can ook
And then bum.
All right, I see. So here's the fun thing. People talk. So there's this.
But you can only
Dutch,
fancy so many bums.
I can only do so many bums. There's this Dutch accent called Gronings. Jan and Tim. I'm gonna try my best here. Ik doe mijn best. Jan en Tim. Mag je wel even zeggen, jongens. Mijn Grunners, dat is nooit zo best. Dat is echt een barrel en ik ken dat nooit zo goed. Zo, ja. Ik kan het een beetje proberen, maar het is nooit zo goud. En dat komt omdat mijn papa dat is, komt uit Schiedam. Mijn mama die komt uit Koevoorn. En dat betekent dat ik nooit veel Grunners geleerd heb. Want ik een beetje kerel was. Zo, ja. Nooit te veel verwachten. Mijn Grunners is echt barre slecht. En ja, kan ik ook nog wel. Sorry.
Ik
is wat
spreek
het is.
niet Nederlands.
Dat was
Is Dutch a more of a German language?
that wasn't Dutch. That was
No,
Gronings.
Oh, okay.
That was a regional
Okay, 'cause I was
accent.
about to say- That sounds a lot
Foreign.
more like what my grandparents said when they were talking to me and I couldn't understand a goddamn word they were saying to me. But they would say it to me all the time, trying to make me understand German. That I would know German if I ever go back to Germany.
Ich glaube, wenn es nötig ist,
I know
kann
beer.
ich besser. Ich glaube, wenn es nötig ist, kann ich besser Deutsch sprechen dann das Groninger Dialekt. Aber das ist dann, wenn ich mit einer deutschen Person ein Gespräch mache, dann haben sie alle so etwas wie, du kannst kein Deutsch. So, ja, ich verstehe das auch nicht. Ich verstehe ein bisschen Deutsch, aber ich kann das nicht so gut sprechen. Und ja, Entschuldigung.
Ja,
das ist
und
mein
jetzt,
Problem.
und jetzt kann ich verstehen dich
Besser dann, wanneer je
besser
Nederlands spreekt.
dann im
Ja.
Nederlands.
Ja,
that sounds really good,
wenn ich Niederländisch spreche, dann ist das für dich ein Problem. Denn Niederländisch, das ist so viel wie die saxonische Sprache und die germanische Sprache, aber du kannst sehr gut konversieren in die germanische Sprache. Und Deutsch ist, wie das man sagt, eine germanische Sprache. Und das ist für die so viel wichtig.
I know what you're trying to say.
Aber
Ja.
vielleicht ist es besser, wir so Englische zwischen
My
wieder.
grandparents were more pronounced in their pronunciations. They were, I mean, think of the German language like the Japanese language. The Japanese language is in your face. It's right here. It's right now. When my grandparents talked German to me, they talked very clearly, very pronounced. I mean, it was because obviously it's their language, so it's easier for them. But that's what they were trying to get across to
Right.
me, that if I was to speak German, I need to say it and say it pronouncedly so that the person I'm talking to understands what I'm saying. I'm not good at it though.
Yeah. No, I know what you mean. I just really love, by the way, some of the Dutch comments right now. Even snel in het Nederlands. Jesper, Tim, Janwee, echt geweldig dit. Super gaaf. En inderdaad gewoon, jongens, waar het op neerkomt is rustig aan en rap een beetje. Het is gewoon lekker bier drinken met z'n allen. En tof dat jullie allemaal meekijken. En ik vind het super grappig. Jullie merken al wel dat een groot gedeelte van mijn livestreams vaak in het Engels zijn. Nou ja, goed, maar ik vind het wel tof dat jullie meekijken. En ik heb een vermoeden dat jullie allemaal via een bepaalde slijterij in contact zijn gekomen met dit kanaal. Dus dat vind ik gaaf. En dat vind ik leuk. En doe Enrico de groeten. We gaan er heel even door.
I actually think if I put my mind to learning Dutch, I actually think I could pick it up quite quickly.
It's actually not. There's a few. For you, it would be easy because you have, like I told you, when it comes to the Germanic languages, you have you have more than a very base of understanding. So that switch is easy enough. For you, for like Joe, it would probably be a little bit more.
It would be tougher because a lot of my language is Spanish. People don't understand how Spanish has influenced our language and the words we use. It's like when I'm at work right now, I work somewhere where I'm probably one of 10 non-Spanish people working where I work. And I'm starting to get their words because they use Latin, their Latin-based language, and we are a Latin-based language. Germanic as well, but we are heavily influenced by Latin. There has been so many influences of Spanish speakers in the United States when it was first colonized that you're going to get a little bit of both. I can understand Spanish language a lot better than non-Spanish language. I mean, their terminologies and ours. Momento means a minute. Cerveza, obviously beer. Pescado is fish. So I mean, I can't speak, and if I could speak good Spanish, I'd probably make more money because of the Spanish workers that I mean, I work in a cannery. Working in a cannery is like going to prison and getting paid for it. You gotta worry about getting stabbed in the back.
What a nice phrase.
You gotta turn your head. You gotta turn your head when things are coming in that shouldn't be coming in, because you don't want to get involved in that. You don't want to be knowing about it. So it's a lot the same. I mean, it's just you do your job, make your money, you go home. There's awful things that happen where I work, and I just ignore it because I'm there to make money, because I got to pay for my family. I'm
Your job is all about
20
like
years.
your job is at the same level like shopping at Walmart. It's like get your shit and get out.
Yes, it's like Walmart. Nobody in America likes Walmart. We really go there because fuck, everything's expensive now because inflation is like crazy. Our dollar ain't worth shit anymore. A dollar won't buy you anything. It won't buy you a pop. It won't buy you a candy bar. It won't buy you nothing. A dollar will not buy you anything in the United States, even at a dollar store. At most dollar stores, everything's $2 now. You know, it's like change your name to $2 store. You know,
it's a good thing for me because the British have a name for me. They have a nickname for me, and translated to American, I would be dollar store Jesus.
You'd be $2 store Jesus.
Poundland. Oh, it's Poundland Jesus.
Poundland Jesus, and like dollar store Jesus.
Yeah, but
right?
Poundland has a little bit extra. If you're an American, you hear somebody say Poundland, you obviously don't think pound is.
That's because
money.
that's because you're thinking you go into Pound Town.
Pound Town, yeah. See, that's the one thing I'm curious about. The one thing is, I am going to Europe next year. I'm going to do it. I don't care what it costs. I don't care what it does. But try to figure the money out.
If Boris says you can.
What's the difference between a euro, a pound? What's the other one you guys use? There's another one you use, and I don't understand any of them compared to my money wise. Is what I'm saying is a pound. I know a pound and a dollar. A pound is about $1.37 of American money. But what's a quid? Is a quid half a pound? Is it
no? A quid is what? 1 quid is 1 pound.
Is it? So it's another word for pound.
Yeah.
So if somebody says 4 pounds,
So
don't
go quitting your wife.
Hey,
okay.
I'm up for parole. I'm up for parole pretty soon. I've been married for 20 goddamn years, and I'm up for parole. I've done everything I've had to do. I've done everything I promised I would do. She hasn't talked to me in 5 fucking days. When I told her I had COVID, she said, "Don't get me sick," and that's all she said to me. So I'm up for parole. When my last kid is 18. I'm gonna fucking go to. I don't know where I'm going, but I'm going. At the point, my kids, I've had COVID since I was tested positive for COVID on Wednesday. Now, one of my children have asked me how I'm doing. They're all teenagers. They don't give a shit about me anymore. I'm old news. I mean, Ma's got all the money because she takes all my money, so they don't come for me for money, and they ain't coming for me for advice. If they would, I'd tell their stupid asses to stay in school and they'll be dumb like me. No, 2023. I'm going to Europe for 3 fucking weeks. If I come home, I come home. If I don't, I don't. I'll come home because nobody wants a goddamn American over there. We're not very well liked, which is understandable. But see, I want to know where my family.
We hate Americans. We hate Americans. We like American individuals.
Well, most people think Americans are superstars and they singers and they chase fucking balls and shit like that. If I wanted an opinion from somebody to chase balls, I'd ask my God.
What kind of opinions do you guys have about Europeans? Come on, you have preconceived notions.
I like Europeans a lot better than Americans, to be perfectly fucking honest with you. Because
Why?
you guys are straightforward. Because you're straightforward.
Yeah.
Now, in my country, my politicians tell me, "Oh, we're here for you. We're here for you. We're here for you." No, you're not here for you. You're here for the votes. Let's be honest.
That's European politicians.
Well, I mean, it's politics. It's politics.
Yeah, but that's still Europe.
But the average people, I want to know who the average people is of every country I visit. I don't want to know their politics. I don't really care about their
You're-
politics. My politics sucks. Their politics probably sucks. I want to know the guy that's pumping my gas or petrol,
You know,
depending
do
upon where
know
you
why-
live,
do you
or the guy
wanna
that's
really
selling
wanna
me my
know-
6-pack.
Do you really want to know
I'm one of
why
those
we
people.
we are the kind of assholes that you guys are? You know why?
Because we're fed up with all this bullshit, just like everybody
No.
else.
We're the ancestors of the European. We're the European ancestors of the American
Yeah.
generation right now. I mean, we.
Oh,
made
yeah,
you
no.
guys. We're all the same
No,
kind
no.
of assholes.
Yeah, yeah. The United States is 100% European. I don't care what they say.
Have
They
you-
can say what they want to say, but I'm not Native American. I have no Native American in me. I got German, Irish, English. That's what makes me who I am.
Let's just very quickly notice two things. We have Douglas there in my upper right corner, just sitting there going like, I'm listening to this shit. I have no idea what to say. I can fucking guarantee you for the last 5 minutes, James was looking at a different tab on his laptop.
So Douglas,
Yeah.
Douglas, we've been on a few streams together. I've never talked to you personally. Where are you from, Douglas? I mean,
He's
what's your
from,
ancestry?
I'm like Thomas from the Netherlands, and we are also known for straightforwardness. That's true, especially
good.
Dutch people.
No, that's good.
Yeah, so I'm from Arnhem, the Netherlands. It's about I think 250 kilometers away from Thomas. I think. Is it true, Thomas?
Yeah, but that's around the corner for Americans.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
True.
I'm 2,088 miles away from my family. That's about a 2-day trip if you don't sleep.
Wow.
I've done it. I've done it in 49 hours. I did 2,088 miles in 49 hours.
Sleep
Wow.
is for the
But
weak.
I won't do that again because I'm not that young anymore. I'm old.
What's your
But no,
what's
the
your age?
point.
What's your age, if I
Well,
may
go
ask?
ahead. 50. I just turned 50
50.
this year.
Dude, I feel
Okay.
we're like 63.
I know it's the beard, but I'm not shaving it. I can't grow hair no more. See, I got the bald thing going. This
Wait,
is all I
what?
can
What the
grow
fuck?
anymore.
Wait, whoa, what? Dude, what? You're bald?
I'm as bald as I got head hair. I can grow hair on the side of my head and the back. So if I wore a hat,
I bet
you
you've
think
got
I
the.
had hair.
But Joe, I bet you've got the hairiest fucking bratwurst going.
Oh, it's hairy. It's small. It's more like a wiener schnitzel.
No, but
It's more like a
that's why you need
schnitzel.
to, dude. That is why you need to shave it. If you shave and trim it, it looks bigger. Why do you think?
Yeah,
why
that's
do you
not
think-
that's
I'm
not
gonna-
happening.
I'm gonna go outright and say, why do you think dicks in porn look bigger? Because they shave and trim.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what. If I went to your town, I'd probably hit the red light district just so I could feel good for 1 minute.
No, don't. Because
Just so I could say, no,
if
I
you
wouldn't do that. I mean,
if you do that, you know what's gonna happen.
you probably
There's-
end up with a
there's-
disease. But
Well, but even if you don't do anything with any of them, you know what you're gonna hear all the time.
Each fine.
No, well, yeah, that. But I've had
It's
this
fun.
happen. I've had this happen to a friend of mine. He was like, I'm just gonna stroll down the red light district. I want to see what's going on there. You know what he kept hearing? Hey you, you beautiful, fuck you for free.
yeah, I don't hear that often, so I
That's
can't
all we
say
heard.
that
That's
I
all we
would be
heard. Like,
upset with that.
but why do you think
They're
they
not.
say that?
They're not
Why
doing
do you-
that for free. It's like Vegas. It's like
why do
Vegas.
you-
When
why do you think-
if you ever go to Vegas in the United States, you're gonna walk down the strip. These guys are gonna hand you cards. They're gonna here.
It's the guys
Here's
do
a
that.
card.
Why do you? Yeah. Why do you think the
because
girls
they
say
pay
that?
they pay no. They pay the guys to hand you the card to talk to you about a place outside of Vegas, because outside of Vegas, prostitution is illegal.
Mhm.
So they hand you a card and say, hey, come to this shop. Come to this shop. Because they know that most of these Americans that go down there to do two things: gamble and get laid. I mean, I went to Vegas and I swear to God, I collected about 15 fucking cards. I didn't cash in on any of them because at then my wife liked me and we liked each other and we actually slept together. So now she just like, how many hours is on your paycheck?
Why
Like
do
when
you
I told
think?
her I had COVID and I had to be out for 5 days, she asked me how many sick days I had. I was like, well, about 17 hours. She goes, oh, well, you only lose about 4 to 6 hours. I was like, that's about right. Yeah. She goes, okay. You know, shit. Oh, and the other thing she said is don't get me sick, which I can understand. Nobody wants to get sick. I mean, I don't want to get
No.
anybody else sick. That's perfect. But the whole point is that fuck, I got COVID. Now you're worried about is how many hours I can cash in and how little my check is going to be. No, I being an American is far different than being a European.
Why do you
Being
think?
American is just being,
But
in
no,
my
Joe,
opinion,
Joe,
is not the good.
why do you think what I just said? Why do you think that happened to this guy? This entire "you beautiful, fuck you for free." Why do you think those prostitutes said that to him?
Well, they said that to him because they were throwing a baited hook out. They're throwing a baited hook out.
No.
He says, "Oh, it's free." He moves in. It's not free. It costs money. Everything costs money. Nothing's free. If somebody walks by your bed and throws a chocolate bar on your bed,
if they have
who
to
wants
say that,
payment?
no, Joe, if they have to say that in English to you, if this guy falls in love with me, I am out of this life.
Oh yeah, that's true. I mean, you know,
I
and
don't
I
know
would
if-
have.
I don't know
I
what
got
it's
no
like in
problem with that
America. I
either.
don't know what it's like in America, but are you aware that here in Europe, a lot of the prostitutes on the streets,
They're trying to find a way out.
yeah,
It's
a
different.
lot of them are like
It's
a lot
different.
of them like are people are like homeless people looking for jobs, looking for money, looking for a place to,
They're looking for
is-
the glorious place in life.
people
It's
exactly.
not a bad
and they
thing.
just that's all they so they hope if they can land somebody that can get them out of their life and get them right.
Yeah, well, you
So-
know what? If they did that in America, I'd be more excited. But see, in America, they do that because it's a bait and hook kind of thing in America. Okay, so
But that's the thing
like
here.
you know,
Man, this entire
in
subject
America,
got very dark very fast.
it really got really ugly, didn't it? But no, in America, everybody wants to say, everything's glorious and it's not. It's not.
No.
The grass is not greener on the other side of the fence. I had wished
Follow.
that part of my family had stayed in the UK, and that I grew up in the UK. I didn't grow up in the United States. Now, you're gonna say, what? Why do you want to grow up in the United States? Because there's so many falsehoods here. Freedom is the biggest falsehood that America has fucking put on their people. We are not free.
No, I'm gonna
We're no
say
different
one
than
thing.
anybody
I'm gonna say
else.
one thing here, and at that time we should probably, by the way, start ending this live stream because I do actually have work in the morning. I want to end this live stream on this one sort of semi-depressing note, but something that you can maybe take a little bit of hope from in a weird way. I've been hearing a lot of this stuff from a lot of people from America. A lot of the people that I know, I'm almost 40. In less than 2 months, I'm going to be 40. This means
You're
that
young.
but what I want to say is I'm part of the European. I'm part of the European generation, and I think Douglas will probably agree with me. We grew up in the 80s and the 90s with this image of America.
Yeah.
That you guys were indoctrinated with the land of the free, the country of the strong, the land of the brave.
What?
And it was so awesome to be an American because, I mean, god damn it, we all wear white suits with like terracotta colored shirts under it, and we could, snort coke if we wanted to, and everybody got away with it. And if you just came to America and you said, I want to be fucking rich, you got to be rich. And America was an amazing country. And
Yep.
you guys were already aware of the demon under the covers. And now, because of having this big spotlight through social media, direct contact through things like
Internet.
YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, we're seeing the real America. We've been seeing it growing for the last couple of years. And we've basically really come to terms with the fact that something that you guys knew already. And a lot of Americans, even though they know it, have been indoctrinated with this belief that if you're not succeeding, it's your fault, not the nation's fault. It's not the institution's fault.
No, that's true.
America is a pipe dream that was created to make people believe
By Americans.
By
And
Americans.
shoved down everybody's throat.
And here is something that we can throw back to beer, actually. I know that we already lost James. I don't think James is even aware that he's in the
I'm
live stream.
listening, yeah.
I know. But here's the thing. We're talking, let's make this analogy towards the IPAs, right? Nobody is going to admit that they bought an American IPA that was 22 euros a can and that it sucked or that it was just generic. They want to uphold this image of this is an American-made IP. Fucking A. Yeah, fuck yeah, America.
Because there's a false, and you're right. There is a false impression of the United States. If I could give up my American privilege, as they call it, and become either English, because I'm English, German, and Irish. If I could come, I'm mainly German because I like beer, but if I could be any other citizen of this world, I would not be an American citizen today because I am ashamed of America at this point. America has always been false. Don't get me wrong. It's always been false. You've never got the entire vision of America.
Well,
You've not got the small town version of America.
No,
Small town version
exactly.
of America is a guy that gets up, busts his ass, so that another man gets rich.
You know
That's
what?
how America works.
What Europeans know about America is the following.
Well, I mean,
At some point, I'm just going to quickly say this one. I'm sorry, James. What we know about America is the following, right?
Jesus.
I got to pee as well, but I'm a man. I'm going to suck it up and get it done.
I'm holding off as best I can.
At some point, America got discovered. First, it was by the Vikings, and then this Spanish dude called Columbus said, like, I did it first. No, you didn't, but go fuck yourself. And Americans still suck his cock.
Finland.
Yep. Finland, yep.
People who were not desired for whatever kind of reason here in Europe said, like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go to America. I'm going to find a life there. Now, I don't want to say that they were the bad people, but any kind of person that felt like I do not belong here went to America to find a better life, even if it was for the best of intentions. But what does that mean? That America was created on...
America is created by dreamers. America
exactly.
was created...
America was created...
Two people.
I can do a little
Two
bit.
people
America was created on the foundation of I am awesome the way I am.
No, I'm sorry. America is created on two people. The rich who came over here and bought land and controlled stuff. They were rich. And they came from Germany, England, that Spanish country, which I know, but I can't say it right now.
Portugal.
Whatever. Give me a break.
Portugal.
I'm old,
Portugal.
But Portugal. There you go. Spain and Portugal. Okay, but listen, no. They were brought over here on a promise that was not kept. But that's common for that time. It's common for these people, these rich people that came over here and started this country. This country was not started by poor people by any means. They were started by rich people. Yep. They came over here. They talked other people into coming over here and building their empires.
Well,
there's a yes and
no to that, but I'll get
my ancestors came over here, and I don't know them because I haven't talked to them because they're dead.
Really?
But my ancestors came over here to uplift a rich person.
Well, yes and no. Yes and no. There's two people that came to America. There's the rich people that you just mentioned. The other people that came over were the very poor people because they wanted to get the fuck out of Dodge, as you guys would say right now. But they wanted to get the fuck out of European Dodge, and the only way they could is be very, very, very cheap labor on ships.
Indentured servants. Like my
There
Irish.
you go.
The
So,
Irish side of my family came over here as slaves.
So
They weren't free people when they came over.
Here's a fun thing that's going to get the stream blocked straight away, or probably either going to get deleted from YouTube. I'm going to attack the Russians. Do you know that Russians do not have like a common demeanor when it comes to economics? Yeah, either in Russia you're either very, very, very rich, or you're very, very, very poor.
Yeah.
No, there's a German word. There's a Dutch word for it. But Douglas, middenstand. Wat is een goed Nederlands, het Engels woord voor middenstand?
Yeah.
It's the same in China as well. It's the communists.
Well, no, it's no difference. My German family immigrated to Russia before they immigrated to the United States. So you figure that one out.
I'm gonna quickly Google something.
I'm gonna pee because fuck you talk too long, and I have to pee.
Oh,
back.
the middle class. It's basically middle class. So,
Middle class.
right?
Yeah, true. Middle class.
So the people that
I'm sorry, I gotta pee. I got too many beers in me.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Oh my god.
Look at Thomas's face. That's brilliant.
Oh, OMG.
Just so you know, Joe, I muted you there for a little bit.
That's brilliant. That's awesome. Oh man.
Oh my.
Joe was cool.
He probably thought he'd muted himself.
But Thomas. Thomas.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
And also James, in my opinion, they're still creating a false flag about America, how great country it is. They still do that.
It is not. It's not a great country.
Don't
think
just so you know, I muted you there for a little bit, dude, because holy fuck.
I know you did. I had to pee. I'm sorry. I tried my best.
You can are you aware that you can mute yourself?
Look at Cornus. Look at Cornus.
Yeah, I can mute myself.
I
can mute myself, but it's not as funny if I sit and just go fucking take a pee.
No, I just really want, guys, let's end this live stream because we've been going for like two hours. I need work. I have work.
And the American guy's embarrassing everybody.
That
goddamn Americans! I gotta get me my Florida. I
just want to say that. I just want to say that if there was ever a perfect image of what a perfect America would be, it's like you're in your 50s and what
this Joe leaning and then like holding this.
No, but what I just want to say.
Well, the wall helps. The wall helps.
This is the fucking American dream.
It does.
There was just really the fucking American dream is. You just sit in your porch all day, drink beer, and you can pee and you go live. You can pee live on YouTube.
Well, I don't sit on my porch all day and drink beer, but I have done that in the past. I've done that in the past.
That's a joke, man. So,
okay, love you guys.
Joe is my new hero, and my time is saying, I just hope there was a toilet in that corner.
There was a toilet there. We're heathens. I'm a heathen because I'm not Christian and stuff like that. So I'm a heathen, but I'm not that much of a heathen.
The biggest example of the American asshole just actually said, cheers, guys. So go fuck yourself, Paul, because you're an asshole and nobody loves you. Except, of course, I love you. And
hi, Paul.
Your girlfriend loves you.
You're Paul, you need to grow a better beard, though.
Because Paul,
Paul tries to do his beard game, but he needs to work on it a bit.
But Paul, yeah, and like Martijn is saying, kisses, bros. Kiss. Paul, we're heading the fuck out of here. It's been 2 hours. I got work in the morning. We're gonna get the fuck out of here. So, guys, everybody, thank you guys for joining. Joe, you've been.
Thanks for the invite.
That was amazing. Douglas, thank you guys. Thank you for being here.
You were looking though. You were. I've seen you looking.
You've got a fabulous sausage. I'll be happy to
jump on that. There wasn't a lot to see, so there you go.
And Thomas, remember,
you don't fancy a bomb anymore, do you? Though?
No, not right now, though. As soon as you clean,
no, you don't.
Maybe when you.
That's huge. That's huge.
When you clean, maybe. You were saying.
You're lost
James,
now.
you were saying.
Just remember and watch that video that I sent you in Messenger.
I will do it. I will. Douglas,
It's ridiculous. It's
I'm
ridiculous.
sorry. I'm sorry for the shenanigans here, for everybody being fucking
Oh,
assholes.
it's great, man. Oh, I had a great evening. Come on.
Thomas is lost. He's
No,
lost.
I'm
He
not, I'm
can't
just
get
lost.
over the
I'm fucking
hugeness.
lost. It's just like fucking hell, dude. Like somebody peed on my YouTube
This
channel.
is like-
Somebody
this is like-
literally, you peed on my YouTube channel, dude.
Joe,
Pretend saying my last, yeah.
Joe, you
Well-
remember me? I'm 46 now. In 4 years, during a live stream, I have to pee twice, I think.
You're gonna have to grow up
Yes,
with a beard.
you're
and
gonna
shit.
have to. I mean, you got to do it. I mean, I tried my best. I was holding it as long as I could, but you guys kept talking, and I'm like, "Fuck, I don't
You
want to
did
get
your best.
off
You
because
did-
I don't get on very often." So, well, I got to pee.
Nobody.
I didn't show you my pecker. If
I'm
I
gonna
did
teach
that,
you-
then maybe you European guys would be a little like, "Shit, that American
Joe.
dick is big." So I left it out.
Joe, I'll teach
Basically,
you a thing or two
it was Thomas's fault because he's yapping around.
Joe, I'll teach you a thing or two about how you can momentarily stop your video and audio feed. Guys, thank you very much for joining. Martijn is saying, my last word for today, be your best and tell a joke to a stranger tomorrow. Tell a joke to a stranger tomorrow, people. Fun lives, have fun. You guys are awesome. I loved everybody here. I'm going to see everybody soon in the live stream, and I have to go pee myself, so I'm just going to do it off of YouTube and have some decorum, unlike the Americans, because I'm European and I have manners. So everybody, so long.